One of the most heartwarming stories to come out of Royal Ascot 2025 was that of Cercene winning the Coronation Stakes for Joe Murphy. The 3-year-old filly is by Australia, who has an affinity for siring Royal Ascot winners and is emerging as a broodmare sire to take note of. Mark Byrne of Coolmore Stud in Ireland sat down with TDN to discuss his merits.
He was a fantastic racehorse, an unbeaten 2-year-old who went on to be champion 3-year-old, winning the Derby, the Irish Derby, and then the Juddmonte Internationals.
And Australia takes over from Kingston Hill. Romsdale is back in third place, then Aaron, but it's Australia that's kicked a length and a half clear. Kingston Hill is battling on. Australia from Kingston Hill, born to win the Derby. His day of destiny. Australia wins from Kingston.
His race record took no explaining. He's by Galileo, out of an Oaks winner. His pedigree didn't take much explaining, and he's a beautiful horse. So he was a real buzzy horse when he came here. Everyone wants to use him. He was very popular, and rightly so. And I suppose we're seeing the fruits of his tradition now. He's got a Breeders' Cup winner. This year was his second Classic winner. He's had an awful lot of Royal Ascot winners, led by obviously Cercene this year for Joe Murphy, and that's a lovely story. It's a local trained horse. He was bred by one of the co-owners of Australian China Horse Club, sold by Baroda and the Cox family. So like it's ticked a lot of boxes, and it brings a lot of people with them. Even the day Lambourn won the Derby, you could see that like it's kind of more unusual, but you get a lot of text messages from breeders that were delighted to have used him. The Cullen family also bred a Group 1 winner by him internationally as well. So it's just one of those stallions that it doesn't matter where you are, he can get you a good horse. He famously got into the Guineas race, the brilliant sire-making race that was between Night of Thunder and Kingman, and you can see what Night of Thunder and Kingman stand for, and Australia standing for €10,000. And yet, like, okay, I think in leading sires of 3-year-old stakes winners in Europe this year, I think Kingman has one more stakes winner than him, and Night of Thunder is on the same number for 3-year-olds. With the sales ring, you kind of have to catch on and be the buzz horse and just keep beating expectations. And the market probably is cruel at times, but you can see that it comes back around, and he's going to cover as nice a book and as good a book and big a book as he had in a lot of years. And you can also see then that it's reflected in other things like fillies and broodmare prospects now are going to start skyrocketing by Australia. We'd Lazat, who was obviously very impressive, an Australian mare. But it's many other horses coming behind it. Beyond Reason, Australian mare belonged to Godolphin, looks like a good brood mare, and Jansen Gemini looks like a horse who will win a Group 1 as well out of an Australian mare. And this is probably the first crop of runners out of Australian mare. So it's definitely something that is resonating with breeders already, and it's probably going to help keep his demand up. I would confidently say has been kick-started again, just looking at the numbers he's going to cover this year, and the demand of the sales for them is getting better, and I think that's why we priced them at €10,000 to give breeders, owner breeders, or not just be owner breeders, but also commercial breeders, a chance to make a profit.